What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Out here waiting on my DoorDash, so I'm in front of my building right here. And I just got an email that basically sent me multiple different reports that basically highlight that Tasha K and Kevin Hart's former assistant, I want to make sure that I got all of this right. Tasha K and Kevin Hart's former assistant is being sued for extortion and defamation. Extortion and defamation. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is a good thing. I don't necessarily care for people getting sued, but I'm going to tell you why this is a good thing. Now, I don't really care about the whole Tasha K thing because, like she said, get in line. I'm sure she still trying to figure out how to pay off Cardi B and then, Kevin Hart, whatever, right? But there are so many people that continue to get on her platform and say some of the worst things about people that they allegedly work for. We seen what happened with Will Smith. We seen that Jada Pinkett said that she was going to sue or they was going to sue, right? I don't know what came of that. But then you see what's happening with Kevin Hart. Now, for those of you that's not familiar, and I don't have the video in front of me, but I reviewed it on a Millionaire Morning Show. For those of you that are not familiar, basically, somebody that was supposed to be a former assistant of Kevin Hart went on there and basically was saying that he was out here moving crazy, that he got a shower built inside of his office so that he can take a shower. And then she was showing Instagram profiles of women that he's allegedly slept with. And she was just saying that she waved to the wife on camera and then said that she was being done dirty and being cheated on. And she made all of these wild, crazy allegations. Then I read the reports today and it says that Kevin Hart is suing the former assistant for extortion because what she really was trying to do was get $250,000 out of him and then threaten to release the interview if she didn't get $250,000, right? So then she goes on Tasha K, and I'm always trying to figure out what's the incentive. Because you're never going to work in the industry. You're not going to get no recommendations. Did you ever get fired? Are you even telling the truth? And I don't believe women by default. I don't. I'm sorry. It's too many of them with ulterior motives and agendas. Too many of them trying to chase the bag and then use men or successful men and what they've done for a living in order to come up. We've seen all of these people that make these wild accusations and lawsuits now that Cassie was able to extract a bunch of money from Diddy. And I think that was just a money grab. Regardless of whether or not there was some truth in it, the only reason that she did it was based off of the money. Otherwise, why wouldn't she be seeking justice? But instead, she's seeking money and resources, and then she quickly dropped the lawsuit because why wouldn't you go through the discovery phase and just see it through versus trying to get a money grab? So if you read between the lines and you pay attention to what's going on, you can see that it's open season on men, especially successful men. Now, I was waiting for the hammer to drop from some of these men because I seen that Jamie Foxx said that he was going to defend himself vigorously. I seen Vin Diesel, he got accused over in Los Angeles. He said he was going to defend himself vigorously. And Kevin Hart is going to be fine. Nobody is tripping off of Kevin Hart as far as them worrying about whether or not he slept around or not. That's between him and his wife. His personal life don't have nothing to do with his ability to be able to deliver as a comedian. And if you're going to get caught on your own merit, but you can't have somebody that you hired to be close to you, then walking around making up alleged accusations that you're doing something that you're not even probably doing, or they got an ulterior motive. And so that's why you got to make sure that you keep your grass cut low because there's so many snakes and they come in all shapes and sizes because the guy that allegedly was alleging that Will Smith was over there doing whatever it is that he was doing was a former best friend man that was operating in his femininity in order to make accusations that Will Smith was doing something that he allegedly wasn't supposed to be doing, right? And so I don't believe it. I don't rock with it. I don't by default just assume that these chicks is telling the truth because I know that there's an ulterior motive as a result of it. Now, the reason why I'm excited for this is because at some point there needs to be balance. You have to have balance to the scales, and you can't have these women running around being able to do money grabs or extort men And it happens to regular guys. It just so happens to be the guys that's at the forefront of the congregation because they have big names and they've created great content and they've done great things for themselves as far as leveraging their talent. It just so happened to be them. And so you're going to have to find out the hard way at some point by guys saying, you know what? I'm not just going to go ahead and walk away. And Kevin Hart seems like one of those people because he didn't sue people before that tried to extort him. And yes, it is extortion. When a woman asks for money in exchange for not releasing a story on you, it is extortion. That's exactly what it is. You didn't work for the money. You don't get nothing. You don't benefit. So you can make up whatever it is that you want to say and then benefit as a result of it. That is exactly what extortion is. I hope that he see it all the way through. I hope he sue the pants off of that hoe because you can't get into an industry. And again, I'm always trying to figure out what's the move, what's the finesse, because ain't nobody ever going to trust you again. Ain't nobody going to hire you. Ain't nobody going to keep you around. And so you're going to be working at Starbucks for the rest of your life or you're going to be in a call center. Why would you throw away an opportunity to get a reference and then be able to level up and then get in the purview of some of the most prominent people and then mess up your network for a salacious story on the internet? And you ain't got no long-term plan. It's just a money grab. That's all it is. It's extortion. And so now, hopefully, when you start to see these people get sued, even though they're not supposed to be out here throwing around crazy accusations, they might have signed paperwork, NDAs. You ain't even supposed to be talking in the first place about my personal business, and you making up stories. Somebody gonna have to pay for that eventually. Somebody gonna have to pay the piper. You gonna have to come to the front of the congregation, and I hope that these women start to learn. I hope that these women start to learn that you just can't start running your mouth and talking about things that you ain't supposed to be talking about or making up stories about people that you shouldn't be talking about. Former employers, people that... See, if you just walking around and somebody catch you on the phone, that's different. But you telling me that you was my right-hand chick and you was supposed to be working next to me and you betrayed me by trying to break up my marriage, mess up my money, and then make up accusations and mess up my public image when you know how hard I worked in order to build up this fan base? Nah, it's not flying like that. And Kevin Hart seemed like one of them ones. He ain't waste no time. That preview, which obviously I'm not subscribed to Tasha K's app, that preview dropped, and I reviewed it again on the Millionaire Morning Show, but that preview dropped a while ago, like just within a few days ago, and Kevin Hart has already filed a lawsuit. So he got his people on it. He got the money, the resources, the infrastructure, and the foundation to see this thing through. And I'm glad finally we starting to see men to stand up for themselves. It's unfortunate because the damage is already done. I think that Kevin Hart is going to be fine. I think that Kevin Hart is going to be fine. I don't think that there's going to be any real damage, any long-term stuff, because the stuff that we subscribe to Kevin Hart for don't have nothing to do with, you know, whether or not he's a family man or anything like that. We just like Kevin Hart because he be cracking funny jokes on Don Cheadle and had Dr. Dre on there talking about Stevie Wonder and stuff, and we just like to see his specials and stuff. So shout out to Kevin Hart. I hope that he don't lose a dime, but I hope that he have a lifetime of extraction of resources and funds by garnishing this chick check for the rest of her life, for thinking that she was going to extort you. You get back out of it what you put into it. And so you can't keep coming up on men. Y'all can't keep finessing. Y'all can't keep lying. Y'all can't keep acting like we supposed to believe y'all just because y'all say it, and it ain't even got nothing to do with you. He ain't did nothing to her. He ain't said nothing negative to her, but probably got fired, probably didn't make the money that she said she wanted to make, probably didn't have the career and the longevity, and then the first thing that they do is they call Tasha K. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But listen, I'm curious as to what y'all think in the comments. I'm going to expand on this tonight on a live stream at 10 p.m. on this channel, the Anton Daniels channel. And then I'm going to deep dive into the financials on the Millionaire Morning Show tomorrow. But let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure you tune into the live stream tonight. If you have not already, make sure you tap into the Patreon. The link is in the description. And then Teach Hanley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. We rocking out with Teach in all of 2024. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm going to read the comments before I jump on the live stream tonight. And we going to have that conversation. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Crazy hoe.